Yeah, one of the best parts of it though was Geralt goes. He knows he has to go after Yen, all right, and
Oh, that was so good. I
he
know
knows, so he has to go and get and save oh, what's his name?
who's the
I remember
bard. What's his name?
the bard. I keep wanting to call
What
him uh Knight.
is his name? Oh my gosh.
They have him listed here as Dandelion, but I'm like that. I know it's not Dandelion
No.
because that's his name in his
Jaskier. Jaskier.
Yaskier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yaskier.
That was
So he goes
emotional.
in. Oh, it was so good. It was so good because it was just like he said sorry, but he kind of didn't. It was just them back together is like what I wanted. It was like it sucks. It's episode 7. They barely get back together. I was like, what the heck?
But it was
But
so good. They needed it, and Jaskier got everything he needed from that
mhm.
moment. You know, gave him a hug. I mean, come on, Geralt giving someone a hug. That means that's leap of bounds. I mean, he did something serious to be able to do that. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty awesome, and it's so weird. Jaskier forgave him so fast.
I think he knows. I think he knows. He's a guy that with a short. I won't say not short temper because he doesn't have a short temper, but he's a guy who's not supposed to have a short temper. So when all the emotions take the best of him, it's hard to like, hey, you're supposed to be a guy that has all your emotions in check, but
Mhm.
you just dealt with a bunch at once that you don't know how to deal with. And it happens. People fight and stuff like that. It's just you kind of forgive and move on and stuff like that. And I mean, and plus he's saving him from a jail. So how mad can you be at him? So
No, leave me here.
yeah. So that was kind of cool. And then Yen is still kind of not telling Siri what is going to happen. She keeps telling her like, "Oh, Geralt's here. We're gonna go and save Geralt. He's here because they captured him." And Siri, being a dumb kid, is like, "Oh, really? Yeah."
I
Also,
need
it's
to go
like
see him.
there's no reason to not trust Yen because all the stories that Geralt told is like, yeah, she's awesome. I love her.
I love her, and this is and what he was very tight-lipped on Yen, but she wants to know why this guy that who's my only father figure is in love with her. She has to
Yeah,
be good. Like she
yeah,
wants her to be good. She wants to believe in her,
yeah,
and I feel Yin feels that too. She's like, oh, this little girl really wants me to be the best of me, and
yeah,
that starts to eat at her.
yeah. It definitely does. Um, also, she starts teaching her stuff. She starts telling her. She goes, "This is what you need." Like she kind of like, "Hey, I used to be a badass." Like they're on the horses and stuff like that, and kind of tells her like, "I know what it is to be a badass," and blah blah blah. And they had that very like a mom daughter kind of talk. I felt like almost
But it was
like
almost like
screw
how
what
Yin was
people.
with Tisea.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like it was that
yeah.
type of thing, but even more motherly because she can't cross the line because Geralt will kick her butt. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I would say more of like an aunt. More of like an
yeah,
aunt and like a niece kind of thing. It's like, like you can curse, it's like and be the cool aunt and
the
stuff
cool
like
aunt.
that, or the cool, and that's what I kind of felt like she was trying to do. You know, Also, it was like she kind of like realized like, oh shit, she does got some power. Like she
Yeah,
was able to make a portal like in seconds without any training. It's like either she's really powerful or you're really a good teacher.
like well,
So
Yin it took Yin what 20 years and all type of stuff to really learn how to use her portal, and took Siri 14 minutes.
yeah,
It was like 14 minutes. She was
yeah,
like, "Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, no problem. I can do that. I
yeah,
can do it again."
yeah. The whole like trying to do the bridge thing was
Mhm.
pretty awesome, and like you could tell like how passionate Siri is on like not failing, especially not failing for Geralt. You know what I mean? The same that we saw that when she did the whole the that trial thing. What is that called?
Yeah,
I can't think of it.
trial of grasses, whatever. Oh, no, you're
Yeah.
talking about for
No,
the
the
through the
with the
obstacle
spinning
course.
things, the obstacle course. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God. Sorry, still got the brain fog. But yeah, it's like she didn't want to fail at the obstacle course because she didn't want to fail for Geralt. And same thing here. He's like, she, building the bridge where to the point she almost killed herself. She was bleeding from her eyes, which is kind of crazy.
But the fact that she has that much chaos and has to try to control that, and that fact that
Yeah.
Yin was able to get her to control some of it, I think started to
Yeah.
really eat at Yin and started to really get her to see how special she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You know, yeah. And then she like teleported without even trying. She just like freaked out and they teleported across the river. And
Good girl.
yeah, that's the point where I'm like, Yen starts to realize like, oh shit, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think that's the part, you know. So I was kind of like, okay. And
You
then
can see her changing, seeing her the whole tides changing and her realizing that she is the most important thing and that I probably need to not do this to Geralt.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely she needs to like not only like I don't need to do I don't want to do this to Geralt, but also I was like, I don't want to do this to another little girl. Because I think she knew what happened to her and she's like, I don't want to repeat the cycle, stuff like that. So I really like Yen this season. I mean, last season I really loved her. This
Well,
season she's a
Yin was
very
sexy
different
last
character.
season. This season, she's like more, more in depth, like a more of a person.
Yeah, yeah,
Not just this thing, but she's like this entity. She's a full person, warts and all, bad, good, but she feels. She's
yeah,
not just looking for power. She's looking for more connection, and that connection is what you really fall in love with her.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think she's a great actress. I forgot whatever her name is. Um, she really is. Anna Klator. Well, I don't know.
I don't know how to say her
Pronounce her name.
last name. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you go ahead and
but
butcher that.
she's been a great actress as Yen. I love her. She's just badass. The first season she was just like kicking ass and taking names, and this season she's more like you said, it's getting to know her, like in
Yep,
depth kind of stuff. So
yep.
I'm enjoying that. But dude, the best part of this entire episode is Frangilla. She stole this episode with what she
I
did.
gotta agree. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
her and the elves, and oh my
Oh
gosh,
man. Holy crap. So Frangilla goes back to her uncle, who's part of the council of all the mages and stuff, and gets advice, I guess, from him. And I forgot what he tells her, but he just is like, like do what's best kind of thing. You know what's right. So
but he's like, yo,
so
you're supposed to be part of this Nilfgaard. You Sodom, whatever. You're about to kill all of us. You're trying to kill all of us. And
yeah,
she's like,
yeah,
hey, no, blood is thicker than all this other crap. You need to realize that, uncle. And that was awesome, and basically gives her some good advice.
yeah, yeah. It really does. And I think she takes it to the extreme for
Yeah,
sure. Because holy shit, I did not see that coming. So the next scene is all the generals and oh, what was it? Sapphire? What's his name? Sapphire?
all the ones that be giving her a hard time for all these
Yeah.
last
While the king is gone, or not the king, but
emperor.
the guy in charge of the army
Yeah,
um
what's his
was
name?
gone. This is
Not
like
Kahir.
Sapphire. Kahir?
Kahir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while Kahir was going, all those people that are giving her a hard time, uh, she paralyzes everybody temporarily,
Yeah.
and she just goes to town, John Wick style, on every single one of them. It was like
Oh,
they
good.
killed a person with a pencil. A pencil. That's what she did. She taking people's eyes, oh, right through the ears. I mean, it was vicious.
And she does it so
Slow death.
slow. Slow. It's like she stabs him in the temple or in the eye, like slits their
I
one
want you
throat,
to
I think.
feel all this. And they're
Oh man.
paralyzed. They can't do anything. And what's awesome is also that Kahir is watching her do that.
Uh-huh.
And she gets to Kahir and she's like, you better tell them how important I am, and how much you needed me and how much I did over here, or you're
Yeah.
next. Like,
Yeah.
damn, I see you, Fringilla.
Yeah. Oh man, that was like hardcore, hardcore, man. Because like I'm looking at it right now. It's like stab somebody in the neck and in the temple, and oh man, I was like, damn,
The
she
one through
is
the eye was like he's looking at it. She's just,
yeah, yeah. Oh,
oh my god.
it's I I did not expect that from her. I did not expect that from her. And I'm like, is she gonna kill him? But then she obviously doesn't kill Sapphire.
Kahir, but
Kahir,
Kahir.
Kahir. Yeah, she doesn't kill him, but oh man, you like I think at that point he's like, okay, I can't fuck with her. Or at
Yeah,
least at the very least, I can't trust her.
I think
Like
he's
he
more
thought he
like
could.
that. I mean, that'd make her my partner before she kills me too.
Hmm.
He was like, I got to do something and keep her close because
Yeah,
I was that close to meeting my maker.
yeah,
And then when that's happening, the elves basically figured that they're just gonna bounce.
yeah. That
Landro
was the
and
whole thing. Is like, we don't need you.
Francesca, it's like, yeah, well, hey, we can make this. We make babies. We can do all this stuff. We're gonna bounce. So this alliance is over. Whatever. But that's not
Yeah,
the last laugh.
yeah. Well, that's episode 8. We'll get into that in a second.
Ooh, boy.
Because this episode 7 ends with Yennefer and Ciri about to walk into was it Sintra?
Yeah,
And they're there, and Yennefer,
totally has to change her
that's when
mind.
she
Whatever.
100% like, I can't, it's not worth, because she was gonna sacrifice Ciri to get her magic back. And she's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth putting you through this. It's not putting Geralt through this. And she kind of stops, but a little too late, because by then Geralt
Geralt, sorry.
rolls up and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. He's pissed, dude. He's so pissed.
He straight up looked at her like, I love you and I'm going to kill you. Straight up.
Hmm.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I thought that was unbelievable.
Yeah. They have this thing where Ciri and Yennefer, like, they touch and they're like reading each other's minds kind of
Mhm.
thing. And I thought that was kind of cool, because obviously that was from Ciri, but I think at that point Ciri's like, oh, you're gonna sacrifice me for your personal gain. And she kind of like did what a kid did, and like, I'll leave, but yeah. I was glad to see the change of heart, but it was a little too late, because Geralt, he come riding up like ready to crack some skulls.
He was like,
Like,
I got all the elixirs. Y'all about to all die.
yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah. 'Cause I think some sentry, which I don't get. Like, that was one thing that got me, was like, so the guards at the tower saw them out there. Like, that's what I was like, and then they're guards that like show up and start fighting Geralt for some reason.
I know that. So that's what Geralt saw was that Yin was going to sacrifice herself to make sure that Ciri got away, and that's probably the only reason why she didn't die.
Yeah.
I,
I mean, he had the sword to her throat. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
like,
So
I didn't blame him either. But actually, the end of this episode is when someone else dies by a sword. It was the end of this episode.
The end of this episode?
Yep.
Who died at the end of this episode?
Well,
oh shit, yeah. It's right at the end of this episode.
Yep.
Holy, so we'll save that for the end real quick. Before we get into that, so Yen tells Geralt why she was gonna do what she was gonna do, and Geralt was like, he goes, "That's impossible. She's in prison. What did you guys do?" So he had her teleport to the witch house.
Yep.
And by then, like,
she was already out.
The house gets up. I think it like stands up and it starts like doing shit, which is weird. So now it's like Geralt and her are there, you know, and Ciri is like on a whole nother side of whatever
Centra.
Area, say by Centra. So now they're like shit, so he knew something was up. Yep. Yeah, so the witch is loose. So and he knows the witch is obviously gonna go after Ciri. So they have to kind of go find Ciri again, all that crazy stuff. So
where that
was a cool ending.
Place. Where she's gonna head towards. She's gonna go towards
back to the Witcher hideout.
Yep. Was Cara Moore and whatever. That's the safest place she knows. With the Witchers that she loves, that Ciri loves, and that's a big point. Ciri loves this stuff and loves these guys, and a lot of death.
But and at the end of this episode, Ciri gets possessed by the witch, by the three-headed witch, whatever lady. But that's not the big part of that we're talking about. So, cut back to you want to tell them?
So Francesca goes back, and the elder baby was murdered that night. Someone came and slit the baby's throat and killed the little baby.
The baby
murdered during the night. So now these guys, Francesca and was it Calandro, whatever, is just grief stricken. I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, this just consumes everything. There's no more. There's nothing. There's no alliance. There's nothing. Francesca is just route. She's gonna try to seek revenge, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's what the episode ends. They killed the baby that they've done all this waiting for. They killed.
They killed the baby. I did not see that coming. I was like, damn, that's so like cold-blooded.
Yep. Who kills a baby?
So I know. And that was the thing. I was like, who's doing this? Like, who's the one like doing this? I was like, damn. So